Blessings, everybody. I hope you're doing well wherever you may find yourselves. I'm Dane, host of the channel, the Rocky Metal Guardian. I also would like to let everyone know I'm still keeping people affected by Hurricane Helene in my prayers. Now, today's video is part of a series I've not done in a long time, or a while at least, called Rock and Roll Cocktail, where I combine part of or the full discographies of two or more bands or artists and rank them. And today is a special subcategory of that series called Common Denominator, where I rank a particular artist who is in two or more bands plus any solo work. I am not going to do the full discography of their said band, but I'm going to do my favorite albums from this particular band / solo artist. So without any further ado, today's common denominator is David Coverdale. So I'll be ranking the albums of Whitesnake, my favorite ones, not the whole discography, his two solo albums, and his time spent in Deep Purple Mark III and Mark IV. So let's go ahead and get started. There are 15 in all, coming in at dead last, but still a doozy. For the most part, is Slip of the Tongue. I love the title track. Judgment Day I'm very fond of. This also has the third track is Fool for Your Loving, the more hair metal-y or 80s sounding or glam rock sounding version that we see earlier in its blues iteration, right? So just a great modern update of that song. I prefer this version. Anyway, and then you get the more slow, ballady Now You're Gone, which I'm quite fond of also. The fifth song, Kittens Got Claws, I can do without. But, well, I would say that it's tantamount or similar to, say, Shut Up and Kiss Me on the last Whitesnake album. I skip it often. Next, Cheap and Nasty, kind of a down and dirty song. The Deeper the Love, nice ballad here. Slowpoke music is okay. The last two songs, Wings of the Storm and Sailing Ships, I'm also quite fond of. I think they're solid songs. Are they amazing? No, but they're very good. Steve Vai plays on this. Originally, Vandenberg was supposed to be playing on this album, but he had injured himself. And then for the tour, Vandenberg comes out and plays with the band for a stretch. So this is not a stinker or a snoozer in any way. It's not perfect, but I am quite fond of this album. Despite that, Vai, the mercenary, Vai's great, right? But he's a mercenary guitarist and not going to stay too long with any band, really. Nothing wrong with that either. Not a knock there. But yeah, this is number 15, Whitesnake, Slip of the Tongue. All right, coming in at number 14, Deep Purple release. This is more of, say, well, it's an album released after the band was no more for a time. And I'm talking about Deep Purple, Days May Come and Days May Go. This was originally released as two separate CDs, a Volume 1 and a Volume 2, which you can't get anymore. I'm pretty sure this is still available. I got this years ago because I regretted not getting the first volume. And then when I saw the Volume 2 came out, I waited for that one too. And then when I tried to get it, I couldn't. It was already out of print. Thank goodness this comes out at some point. And essentially what we have here is just the 1975 California rehearsals with outtakes of versions that appear on Come Taste the Band. But you have some songs here that do not appear on Come Taste the Band. So you have Ode to G, which is an instrumental, which I just love. Then you have If You Love Me Woman, which is a 10-minute, 8-second song jam. It's great. Then you get the Orange Juice song, a short song, 3 minutes and change. Then you get another jam, I Got Nothing for You, almost 13 minutes, which is fabulous. Statesboro Blues, just shy of 6 minutes, very good. Dance to the Rock and Roll, a jam, 11 minutes, 2 seconds. Really, the jams on here are wonderful. Drifter Rehearsal Sequence, 3.5 minutes, almost 3.5. Drifter Version 1, 4:02. Then you get the last of the long jams, 9 minutes, 1 second, which is very good. Then you get a second version of Drifter. Then the Sail Away riff, almost 3 minutes. Then you get You Keep On Moving, 8 minutes, 18 seconds, really good. Then you get Pirate Blues, which is a jam, 6 minutes, 45 seconds. And then Say You Love Me, almost 7.5 minutes, which eventually finds its way on one of Coverdale's solo records. But before it was originally a consideration as a Deep Purple album. So if you don't have this, see if you can still get this. If you can't get it on disc form, or vinyl, see if you can get it in MP3 format. I'm not 100% positive, but if you're a Deep Purple Mark IV fan, this is definitely must have. It's a nice companion piece to Come Taste the Band. Considered like a disc 2 and disc 3 of that album. Okay, so number 14, Days May Come and Days May Go, both volumes in one package, 2-disc set. Very good, very nice collector's item, if you will. All right, number 13 is Whitesnake's debut. I love the opening track, Take Me With You. Then second, Love to Keep You Warm is fabulous. Lie Down, in parentheses, a modern love song, quite fond of. Day Tripper, the fourth song, the Beatles cover, it's okay. Then Nighthawk, in parentheses, Vampire Blues, very good song. The Time Is Right for Love, good song. Trouble, the title track, I love. Belgian Tom Hatch Trick, it's a solid song. Free Flight is an okay song, and then Don't Mess With Me, I'm quite fond of. You also have the Snakebite EP on here, which elevates this album quite a bit, I think. I could switch these two. Maybe I could even switch these three around somehow, but for right now, these all remain where they are. So the Snakebite EP includes Come On, Bloody Mary, which is great, Steal Away, which is great, and Ain't No Love in the Heart of the City, the Bobby Blue Bland cover, which is also produced by Martin Birch. At least the Snakebite EP is, and I did not have the Snakebite EP when it came out. But when I was able to get this, I had this on vinyl, didn't include that, but when I got this, I was so glad to get these 4 songs finally, even though I had heard them before. So this is the original lineup and everything, which is, let's see, you only have, you got 2 members from Deep Purple here, Coverdale himself and John Lord, and then you get a third member later on in the band. But I do believe, so not a stellar debut, but a very good one from Coverdale and the crew, coming in at number 13. So number 15 will slip of the tongue. 14, Days May Come, Days May Go. 2-volume set, Trouble, number 13. Number 12, sticking with Whitesnake, Come and Get It. Title track is really great. Hot stuff. Sounds like it could fit in well with the Slide It In era, the Whitesnake 87. It has that hair metal-y 80s vibe to it as a foreshadowing of that, if you. I think it fits nicely in with the song, kind of a greatest hits of that part of the Whitesnake discography. Don't Break My Heart Again is the gem on this album. I had it as a single on a 45 as a kid in high school growing up that a friend had parted with, kind of as a hand-me-down, a friend of a friend as a hand-me-down, played it all the time till I wore it out. This is a greatest hit song for me. Lonely Days, Lonely Nights, also a greatest hit song, great song. Wine, Women, and Song is a good song, not amazing, but a good song, very good song. Child of Babylon is an okay song. I know a lot of people rave about it. For me, it's just an okay. I do like it. I'm not loving it, though. What I Lied to You is good. Girl is good. Hit and Run is pretty good, very good. And then Till the Day I Die is quite good as well. Then you get some bonus tracks here. Also produced by Martin Birch. Sir Larry Birch, for some reason. And you have Ian Pace on here. So yes, this is where you get 3/5 of Deep Purple. And there's some other ones, you'll see that as well. So this again, Come and Get It, coming in at number 12. All right, got to cover part of this album. Number 11 is Love Hunter. Okay, little nudity on the cover here. So you get Long Way, this is the sophomore effort from the band. You get Long Way From Home, which I love. Walking in the Shadow of the Blues is phenomenal, if you ask me. Help Me Through the Day is a solid tune. Medicine Man's okay. You and Me, I'm quite fond of. Mean Business is a good song. The title track, then, Love Hunter, I'm quite fond of. I think it's short of being very good. I'm sorry. It's just short of being great, I think. There's something slightly missing, but I do like it. Outlaw, I'm quite fond of. Rock and Roll Women is amazing, and We Wish You Well is a solid tune. And then you get some bonus tracks, live material or session material, mostly from the Trouble sessions. So again, coming in at number 11, Love Hunter. All right, number 10 is This is a twofer. This is the 2 solo albums from David Coverdale in one, which are Whitesnake, the debut, and then Northwinds. So coming in at number 10 is the debut Whitesnake, and the album cover looks like this. Open it up here. Oops, right here. This is the original album cover from his debut solo album after Deep Purple had broken up. Okay. So the songs on here: Lady, 11 out of 10. Blind Man, 11 out of 10. Goldie's Place is okay. Whitesnake, the title track, the band track, is an 11 out of 10. Time on My Side, a 10 out of 10. Peace Loving Man, a 9 out of 10. Sunny Days is okay. Hole in the Sky, a slow ballad, is great. 11 out of 10. Celebration is okay. You get some bonus tracks. Peace Loving Man, take 1. Sunny Days, take 1. So it's the back cover there of this compilation of the 2 solo albums in one collection, worth having. And then Northwinds looks like this, which we'll talk about soon here. This is the sophomore effort. Let me show you this David's photograph down here, looking all sad, because it's got some sad songs on both of these albums, but they're both dynamite for the most part. Yeah, so number 10 is David Coverdale's first album as a solo artist, simply called Whitesnake. All right, now, and then that goes on to be the name of the band, as you know. All right, coming in at number 9 is Come Taste the Band. This is the 35th anniversary, which has the original album remastered, and then the second disc is the 2010 Kevin Shirley remixes. I like both, but I prefer the original album remastered. This is a underrated masterpiece, if you ask me. I'm not the first person to say that, but I think Coming Home is dynamite. Lady Luck is dynamite. So is Getting Tighter. Dealer is phenomenal. I Need Love is phenomenal. Kind of a precursor of what's to come in that 80s Whitesnake almost, right? Or if definitely, I think. For me, definitely, but for some, maybe. I Need Love, great song. Drifter is great. Love Child is phenomenal. Then This Time Around / Ode to G, I think, is underrated masterpiece. You Keep On Moving, underrated masterpiece. And then you get the bonus track single version of You Keep On Moving. This is dynamite. This is right up there with Burn and Stormbringer. Again, underrated classic rock, hard rockin' album from Coverdale and the Boys. You also have Ian Pace and John Lauren here, so you get your 3/5 of Deep Purple. All right. Number 8. So Come Taste the Band was number 9. It's going to shock some of y'all. This is the 25th anniversary edition, not the original, and I'm talking about Restless Heart, Whitesnake album. Now, originally, when Coverdale put this album out and when he was working on it, the record company said, he wanted to do a solo album, and the record company said, well, it'll sell more if you make it a Whitesnake album. So there was a compromise where what's on and I don't have the original version, with the original album cover, it said David Coverdale and Whitesnake. And it had a picture of him with his hair dyed black and his shirt's kind of coming off, and his hair's half wet or not fully dry, and he looks kind of sad. So it was his attempt, I think, to kind of recapture the sound of his first 2 solo albums with some ballads and that kind of thing. And the album just didn't have any heft to it. It lacked crunch. It was mostly a vocal and keyboard driven album. So it lacked that guitar that we know and love that we want from Whitesnake, even though Vandenberg played on the album. Again, more of a solo album. And then in 2021, this remix version comes out, and I had an itch I had to scratch. So 2021, and they added some guitar from Joel Hoekstra on here, if I'm pronouncing his name right, and then some additional keys from Derek Sherinian, and then some additional vocals, background vocals, and some additional percussion. So again, Joel Hoekstra and Derek Sherinian chiming in, which making it a much better 80s type sounding or heavy or hard rockin' sounding type Whitesnake album that we know and love. This is where it's at, folks. This is an underrated gem in the Whitesnake discography as the anniversary edition, because it is the Whitesnake we know and love. And of course, you have the Whitesnake crest and all that with the wings on each side, kind of a Queen vibe, sort of, telling you this is the Whitesnake you're going to want to hear. So again, Restless Heart coming in at the number 8. Number 8, folks. All right. Number 7. 3/5 is Deep Purple, Whitesnake's Ready and Willin'. Horrible album cover, but really good album. You get the original bluesy version of Fool for Your Lovin'. It's great. I like the more 80s version better. I like the 80s version better, but I do like this bluesy. Get the best of both worlds. Get your cake and eat it too, right? You get Sweet Talker, which is nice. Ready and Willin', the title track is a lot of fun. I love it. Carry Your Load's a good song. Blind Man, which was originally on one of David Coverdale's solo albums. That being, yes, the original debut Whitesnake. I like the Coverdale solo version better, but I do like this one as well. Then you get Ain't Gonna Cry No More, which is a solid tune. Love Man is good. Black and Blue I'm quite fond of, and She's a Woman is a good song too. So Ready and Willin' coming in at number 7. All right. Number 6 is now back to the solo catalog, is Northwinds. This is a really just shy of amazing record. As you can see, I like it much better than the debut. Here's why. You get Keep On Giving Me Love, which has a Deep Purple Whitesnake feel to it. It's light in shade. It's heavy in many ways. Love it. Then you get the slow title track Northwinds, which has a singer-songwriter feel to it. I love the song. It's very emotional. It's very moving. Then you get Give Me Kindness, which has some background vocals. I love it. Time and Again, slow song, ballady, singer-songwriter kind of thing. Great. Then you get Queen of Hearts, which is, again, more singer-songwriter type. Slow, emotional, but very good. Queen of Hearts, track number 5. Just amazing. Again, I love that singer-songwriter stuff. Then you get Only My Soul, which has that keys, Hammond organy, Deep Purple feel to it, but it's a slow ballad. Only My Soul keeps me... Some of the lyrics are, Only My Soul keeps me from crying, wondering why I'm feeling lonely. Just a great song, very akin to Hole in the Sky on the debut and Blind Man on the debut, and Northwinds on this album. So Only My Soul... A lot of singer-songwriter stuff in here. This is a very powerful, emotive, ballady-driven album with a couple rockers on here. Say You Love Me, great slow song, more in the same vein, but it's fabulous. And then Breakdown is the heavy track on the album, kind of bookending with the heavier track that starts us off with Keep On Giving Me Love. So again, Northwinds is dynamite. This album for me is, I would say, a 9.5 out of 10, whereas the debut... solo album, I would say, is a 7.5 or 8 out of 10. Anyway, so there we have it for his 2 solo albums where they rank here for me. All right, coming in at number 5 is Saints and Sinners from Whitesnake. And, yeah, back album cover. All right, front album cover again. So, you get Young Blood, really good rockin' tune. Rough and Ready, more of the same. Bloody Luxury is an okay song. Then you get Victim of Love, which is very good. Then you get the original version, track number 5, of Crying in the Rain. I like the 87 Whitesnake version better, but I do like this bluesy version as well. Then you get Here I Go Again, original bluesier version, but I like the song better on the Whitesnake 87, but I do again like it here. Love and Affection is an underrated song, I think. Rock and Roll Angels is okay. Dancing Girl's okay. And then the title track, Saints and Sinners, really good song. So, Saints and Sinners coming in at number 5. Coming in at number 4. Whitesnake 87, folks. Still the Night, 12 out of 10, but I don't rate them that high. 11 out of 10. I'd like to give it a 12 out of 10, but I've talked about why before. Give Me All Your Love is great. Bad Boys is great. Is This Love? Great ballad. Here I Go Again, 87. Straight for the Heart. Okay song. Looking for Love, that's okay. Truth in the Night is great. You're Gonna Break My Heart Again is very good. Crying in the Rain and Don't Turn Away are fabulous. All right, so this is just a dynamite album. What can I say? All right, coming in number 3, Burn. I've said this before. I'll say it again. You have a 5 songs that start you off that punch you in the face and hit you over the head. You have, if we're talking about the original version of this album, you have 8 songs, and then there's some bonus tracks here, like, I can never pronounce this, Coronarius Redig, and then some alternate remix versions. But let's stick to the original track. Burn, the title track, is phenomenal. Heavy, might just take your life. Different type of heavy, but very good. Lay Down, Stay Down, heavy in its own right, that bluesy way, right? This is all bluesy, heavy stuff, except Burn would be more of a proto-metal song. All right, Sail Away, great, great emotional song. You Fool No One, great cowbell. Heavy in its a bluesy way, heavy in this bluesy, hard rockin' way. What's going on here? A little falling off, but I do like it. And then a return to form on the album because Mistreated is so wonderful. Almost 7.5 minutes, and then A200 could do without that song. But overall, this is a fabulous album. This is a masterpiece, or just short of a masterpiece. Burn, number 2. And as I said before, for many of you, this is a turd of an album. Not for me. I love the opening track, much like the previous album. You open with a hard rockin' tune. Stormbringer is very thunderous and, pun intended, very heavy in its own right. Love Don't Mean a Thing. Now we're back into blues waters, but it's great. Holy Man and Hold On back to back. Nice companion songs. Bluesy all the way. Lady Double Dealer, more of heavy blues that we want from Blackmore and Coverdale. Co-wrote this one. Great. You Can't Do It Right, parentheses, with the One You Love. Great bluesy background vocally song. Love it. Highball Shooter. This is written by Blackmore, Coverdale, Hughes, Lord, and Pace, so the whole band. This is more of a heavy blues song, heavy bluesier song. And then the last 2 tracks, The Gypsy and Soldier of Fortune, or that emotive, ballady, and yet so captivating and so enriching and so wonderful. I never get tired of these songs. I know, again, some people hate this album. Richie Blackmore himself said he was disappointed because of the direction they were going. But I fell in love with this album straight out of the pulling it out the vinyl and putting on the turntable when I was in high school. And great album cover too, right? All right, finally, you guessed it, number 1, Slide It In. U.S. version, mind you. Gambler, great song. Slide It In is so heavy. Slow and Easy is so heavy. Love Ain't No Stranger, what a great ballad. Give Me More Time is an okay song. Standing in the Shadow is phenomenal. Hungry for Love is decent. All or Nothing, I just love. That's a heavy, great rockin' tune. Spit It Out is a decent song. And Guilty of Love is a good song as well. So there you have it, folks. Tell me what you think in the comments. Would you have arranged these differently, and how so? Again, I'm a big Deep Purple fan, big Whitesnake fan. 2 of my favorite bands right there. And these solo albums, these 2 solo albums, let me get the cover again, folks. Well, this is the cover for the 2-disc set of his 2 solo albums. But again, if you can find it, there's a nice shot of David when he's still a younger man right there. And again, this is what the original Whitesnake album looked like. Again, the solo album, okay, not a Whitesnake album. Writing the tales of Deep Purple breaking up. And then it's on the back, Northwinds. Title track is just amazing. So, folks, have a blessed day. Take care. God bless. Bye now.